What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for MLB Friday, June 17th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's MLB slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have an 11-game slate tonight, so let's take a look at the pitcher position. I like Carlos Rodon pitching against a low-salary batting team, the Pittsburgh Pirates. Carlos Rodon is only giving up a .523 OPS versus lefties, a .598 OPS versus righties. He's facing 3 lefties and 4 righties, and the Pirates have only hit 1 of his last 11 pitches. Small sample size, but a good start. Carlos Rodon is $10,700 FanDuel salary, $800 less on DraftKings, averaging 36 fantasy points per game on the season. He has an ERA of 3.19. Record is 5-4, pitching an average of 96 pitches per game. So I like Carlos Rodon here versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now I also like Clayton Kershaw with a nice pitching advantage here over a low salary batting team, the Cleveland Guardians. Clayton Kershaw pitches his best ball versus righty batters, only giving up a .555 OPS versus righties, and he's facing 7 righties here tonight. On top of that, the Guardians have only hit 4 of his last 37 pitches. That's a 108 batting average. Clayton Kershaw is $10,500 FanDuel salary, same price on DraftKings, averaging 37 fantasy points per game on the season. He has an ERA of 2.12, record is 4-1, pitching an average of 80 pitches per game. So I like Clayton Kershaw here versus the Cleveland Guardians. Okay, let's take a look at the catcher first base position. I like Eric Hosmer with a 6% batting advantage over a low salary pitcher, Kyle Freeland. Eric Hosmer is batting a .725 OPS versus lefties. Kyle Freeland is giving up a .837 OPS versus lefties. And Eric Hosmer is 5 for 19 with a .263 batting average here versus Freeland. He's only $3,000 FanDuel salary, and he's 100 less on DraftKings, averaging 9 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored fantasy points in all 5 of his last games, and he has a batting average of .288. So I like Eric Hosmer here versus Kyle Freeland. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won. And then we'll send you $25 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the second base position. Here's a value play, especially on FanDuel. I like Santiago Espinal with a 52% batting advantage over Jordan Montgomery. Santiago Espinal is batting 21% better versus lefty pitchers, batting a .914 OPS versus lefties. Jordan Montgomery pitches 31% worse to righties as he does lefties, giving up a .646 OPS versus righties. Now Santiago Espinal is 4 for 8 with a 1 OPS versus Montgomery. He's only 2,700 FanDuel salary. He is 1,800 more on DraftKings, so I love that FanDuel price. Averaging 9 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games, and he has a batting average of .292. So I like Santiago Espinal here versus Jordan Montgomery. Okay, let's take a look at the third base position. I like, who is it here? Nolan Arenado with a 10% batting advantage over Michael Wacha. Nolan Arenado batting a .804 OPS versus righties. Michael Wacha pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, 18% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .746 OPS versus righties. And I like this pick because Nolan Arenado is 6 for 13. That's a .462 batting average and a 1.654 OPS versus Wacha because 3 of those 6 hits were for home runs. He's 3,600 FanDuel salary, 1,700 more on DraftKings, averaging 10 fantasy points per game on the season. He has a batting average of .271, so I like Nolan Arenado here versus Michael Wacha. Okay, let's take a look at the shortstop position. I like JP Crawford with a 56% batting advantage over Michael Lorenzen. JP Crawford batting 18% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .797 OPS versus righties. Michael Lorenzen pitching his worst ball versus lefty batters, 38% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .804 OPS versus lefties. There's no at-bats versus Lorenzen yet. And JP Crawford is 3,100 FanDuel salary, 1,300 more on DraftKings, averaging 9 fantasy points per game on the season. He has a batting average of .296, so I like JP Crawford here versus Michael Lorenzen.
Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, moving on to the outfield position. Aaron Judge, like most days, he's in a good spot as a home run hitter here. He's got a 30% batting advantage over a low salary pitcher, Ross Stripling. Aaron Judge is batting 14% better versus righty pitchers, batting a 1.022 OPS versus righties. Ross Stripling pitches his worst ball versus righty batters, giving up a .721 OPS versus righties. Aaron Judge is 3 for 8, batting a .375 batting average versus Stripling. He's 3,600 FanDuel salary. Now he's 2,600 more on DraftKings, so I love that FanDuel price. Averaging 15 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games. He has a batting average of .310. So I like Aaron Judge here versus Ross Stripling. Now I also like Giancarlo Stanton. I think he's in a pretty good spot to hit a home run as well versus that same low salary pitcher, Ross Stripling. Giancarlo Stanton batting a .855 OPS versus righties. And Ross Stripling, we know, pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, giving up a .721 OPS versus righties. Now Stanton is only 2 for 9 versus Stripling. One of those hits was a home run, the other one was a double. He's 3,700 FanDuel salary, 1,400 more on DraftKings. So I do prefer Aaron Judge here, but Stanton is also in a good spot, averaging 11 fantasy points per game on the season. He has a batting average of 264. So I like Giancarlo Stanton here versus Ross Stripling. Okay, now here's a value play. Take a look at Ramon Laureano with a 66% batting advantage over a low salary pitcher, Daniel Lynch. Ramon Laureano is batting a .863 OPS versus lefties. Daniel Lynch giving up a .815 OPS versus righties. There's no at-bats versus Lynch yet, but I like this pick because Ramon Laureano is only $2,600 FanDuel salary. He's $1,900 more on DraftKings, averaging 8 fantasy points per game on the season, scored fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games, has a batting average of 250. So I like Ramon Laureano here versus Daniel Lynch.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.